Chapter 8. How do organisms reproduce? First of all, we should understand the meaning of reproduction and why it is necessary. Organisms reproduce to continue the chain of life, to maintain the continuity of life. Organisms reproduce to maintain the continuity of life. Reproduction is the process by which living organism produce new individual of its own kind. It is a process by which living organism produce of its own kind of new individual. For example, dog produce what? Puppy, which looks similar to its parents. Cat produce kitten. Sheep produce lamb. With their kids, their young ones look similar to their parents. Similarly, baby of human baby looks similar to human. Okay, so reproduction is a process by which organism produce new individual of its own kind. It ensures the continuity of life on earth. This process is very important for the existence of life on earth. Okay, different organisms reproduce in different ways. The organism reproduce in two ways: asexual ways and sexual. Asexual means in this process only a single parent is involved. Only a single parent is involved. Okay, no need to of both the parents. It may be male or female. In this process only a single parent is involved and no gamete formation take place. Asexual reproduction does not involve the fusion of male and female gamete. So this type of reproduction does not involve the fusion of male and female gamete. So this type of reproduction take place in lower category organism like bacteria, amoeba, hydra, etc. Got it? Now sexual reproduction is just opposite to asexual. In this process, both the organism, two parents, male and females, are involved and gamete formation take place. Okay. Now we will discuss about them one by one in brief. Okay. Asexual reproduction is further divided into following part. What are these parts? Fission means division, budding, vegetative propagation, regeneration and spore formation. Let's discuss about the first one, that is fission. Fission, it is of two types, binary fission and multiple fission. When cell divide into two parts, then it is called binary fission. When it divides into multiple parts, then it is called multiple fission. Okay, the process of fission take place in unicellular organism. First, binary fission. The organism reproduce by binary fission only when adequate amount of food and water is available. In this, mother cell, for example, this is the structure of amoeba. Mother cell divides into two daughter cells. How? Firstly, nucleus divide. Mother cell's nucleus divide into two nuclei, and after division of nucleus, these mother cell divide into two daughter cells. These two daughter cells has its own nucleus, and in this way, one organism produces the two organism, each containing a nucleus. Amoeba divides by binary fission. You can see the structure amoeba. Okay. First of all, amoeba divides by binary fission. How? Its parent nucleus divide into two daughter nuclei. Okay. Now, after that, these daughter nuclei is getting separated from each other, and two daughter nuclei is obtained. Okay. And after complete division, these two daughter nuclei get completely separated, and each daughter nucleus from the young one. Okay. Similarly, here you can see in leishmania, one daughter cell divide into two nuclei, and two nuclei get separated. Two daughter nucleus is formed, completely formed. Now these cells is divided and form a two organisms. So from one organism, two organism is produced, is called binary fission. Now, multiple fission take place in unfavorable condition when there is scarcity of water, food and temperature and moisture. The parent nucleus divides several times, when the parent nucleus divides several times. Okay, and it further multiplies into large number of daughter nuclei by the process of mitosis, and each daughter nuclei form a new individual. So from one single cell, from single organism, multiple organism is formed by the process of fusion. So this is called multiple fusion. Now next is regeneration. In organism like Hydra and Planaria, we had observed that if we cut any organism into several parts, each parts are capable to produce a new organism. Okay, each parts grow into a new organism. This is known as regeneration. It is carried by a specialized cells. Okay, so when we cut an organism into three parts, like this is the organism, like this is the structure of Planaria organism. When we cut this organism into three parts, each parts had central part and lower part. Each part are capable to produce a young one of its own kind. This process is called regeneration. Next, budding. In this process, an outgrowth is produced. This is the structure of Hydra. This process mainly occurs in Hydra. So in this process, an outgrowth is produced from the cell, from which new organism is developed. The developed organism remains attached to the parent organism and detach only when it gets matures and become new individual. After getting mature, after getting completely mature, it detaches to the parents and form a new organism. This process is called budding. Okay. Next is vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation means in this type of plant, new plants grow from any part of the plant, whether it is leaf, stem, root. Okay, in this type of plant, new plant grows from any of the part of the plant, root, stem, leaf. Since the reproduction is occurred from the vegetative part, so it is called vegetative reproduction. In this, a new plant grows from the fragment of the parent plant. The offspring means new organism are the exact copies, clones of the original plant. In this type of plant, the new organism is the clone of the original plant, means copy of the original plant. The common form of vegetative propagation are grafting, layering, cutting, etc. Okay, this process is called vegetative reproduction. Now next is spore formation. Spore formation, this is the structure of fungi. Okay, during a spore formation, the organism form knob-like structure called a sporangium. Spores are present in this sporangium. The sporangium contains spores that develop into a new individual. These spores develop into new individual. Each spore is covered by a thick wall that protects the spores from unfavorable conditions until they come in contact with moisture and begin to grow. Under favorable condition, spore germinate. When this spore disperse and on coming with unfavorable condition, means proper moisture and proper temperature, these spores start germinating and form a new individual. This process is called spore formation. So that's all about asexual mode of reproduction. Okay, now we will discuss about sexual reproduction. As we know that sexual reproduction is a natural way of reproduction and take place in all multicellular organism, higher category organism. This process involves two individuals, means male and female gamete, to produce offspring. In this, the male and female gamete fuse together and give rise to a new organism. Okay.